the brain loses oxygen, which means that the way that those messages are communicated to other parts of the body is different, and the brain has to rewire itself. So for me, that manifests as I walk with a limp, I have some significant balance issues, and I also have a visual impairment that impacts my depth perception, which is interesting to explain to people because they say, well, you look like you can see. I say, well, I can. I just can't see the curb. I can't see the difference in the color on the sidewalk. I can't tell if it's flat or slanted. And so sometimes when I'm in incredibly unfamiliar areas or in the evening when it's dark, I'll use a vision cane just to sort of help me to figure out what is what, where is where. As far as do I see this as a disability? Yes. And I say that not because I think we should capitalize on what we can't do, but because I think it's important to claim the identity and claim the gift that's within the identity. I'm a teacher, I'm an educator, and I wouldn't be the same teacher, educator, person that I am if I didn't have the disability. And many times people ask, in fact, my mom even at one point asked me, if you could get rid of your disability, would you? And I will admit that there are times when it's like, I wish I could drive a vehicle. I wish that, doing X, Y, Z around the house didn't have to be so difficult. Or I wish that I could fill in the blank. In that way, I think there are just things that are everyday struggles that are pains in the butt, for lack of a better word, that everyone can identify with on some level. But if you took the disability away, I would not be the same person. I would not have the same perspective, viewpoint, conversation to contribute to society, to the world that I do. And I'm glad to have that. It doesn't mean that every day I'm like, oh, yay, this again. But it does mean that I know that largely because I am disabled, I can influence and change the world and the worlds of my students and the people that I'm educating in a positive way.